Let me guess. You've told yourself, I just need to get it together. I just need more motivation. I'm a registered dietitian and a trainer who's helped hundreds of busy moms lose fat, rebuild their metabolism, and finally feel like themselves again without tracking every bite or living in the gym. I'm here to show you what actually works when life is busy, unpredictable, and exhausting, because that's when most plans fall apart. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not failing because you lack willpower. You're exhausted, you've got kids, you've got a million things on your plate, and you just want something that actually works without flipping your whole life upside down. I'm here to tell you, you don't need a perfect routine. You just need a few simple habits that don't take a ton of time or energy, but actually make a difference. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 lazy habits that helped me lose 35 pounds after my second and third babies. And I've kept it off. And we're going to unpack each one through the lens of what actually works for real life. If you've been feeling stuck, like you're doing everything but not seeing results, this video is going to help you see your habits in a whole new way. So let's get into it. Let's start with one of the easiest habits that I added in, one that seems almost too simple to work. Drinking a glass of water before I eat. It sounds way too basic to matter, right? I thought so too, but when I actually started doing it, game changer. Every time I felt hungry, especially between meals, I'd drink a glass of water first. Not sip, not a few gulps, a full glass. Half the time, I wasn't even hungry. I was just bored, tired, or stressed. This habit gave me space. That pause helped me actually check in with my body instead of reacting. I realized how often I was eating out of habit. It's a lazy habit in the best way. No tracking, no planning, no prep. Just water first. And here's the sciencey part. Water supports your digestion, your metabolism, and it even helps reduce water retention and bloating. During one of my free challenges, I had multiple moms drop 3 to 5 pounds in a single week just by eating 30 grams of protein at breakfast and drinking at least 64 ounces of water daily. One client said, I didn't feel the need to snack like usual. Just hitting my water and protein goals made me feel full and more in control all day. Now, before we move on to the next habit, we've got to address something that's getting tossed around a lot lately. And honestly, it might be making things more confusing than they need to be. You've probably heard it too. It's my cortisol. That's why I'm not losing weight. And yes, cortisol can absolutely affect fat loss. But here is the truth. A lot of the habits you're doing in the name of health are what's raising your cortisol in the first place. And that sugar-loaded coffee you drink on an empty stomach, cortisol bomb. The nightly glass of wine, it wrecks your sleep and hormones. Binging Netflix till midnight, then skipping breakfast because you're fasting, more stress. Lifting weights or doing cardio on 0 fuel and 5 hours of sleep, yep, more stress. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. And I'm not saying you have to quit everything. I've done all these things too. But zoom out. It's not just your hormones, it's the patterns that you're in. If you want to support your metabolism, start small. Get more sleep. Eat protein in the morning. Cut back on nightly alcohol. Swap sugary coffee for something more balanced. Your body doesn't need more stress. It needs stability. And that starts with habits that calm your system, not spike it. And this is exactly why my lazy habit number 2 matters so much, because what you eat and the order you eat it in can either help your body chill out or stress it out even more. Whatever you're eating, start with protein. That's it. I started doing this and it changed everything. I felt full faster, I wasn't grazing all afternoon, my blood sugar stayed stable, and my energy stopped crashing midday. This works even if your plate isn't perfect. Just eat the eggs first, the chicken first, the yogurt first. If you're busy, same. That's why I lean on things like rotisserie chicken, Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, and protein shakes. One mom told me this is the first time that I haven't felt hangry by 10 a.m. just because I actually ate protein first. And while protein helps your body from the inside out, this next habit completely changed how I thought about movement. We've been taught to believe that if you're not doing a structured workout, it doesn't count. But that's just not true. Your workouts, even if you're going hard, only account for about 5 to 10% of your total daily calorie burn. But there's this other category of movement called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's basically all the movement you do that isn't a workout. Things like walking around your house, taking the stairs, carrying groceries, cleaning, tidying, doing dishes, standing instead of sitting, fidgeting. Yes, even fidgeting. And here is the kicker. NEAT can make up about 15 to 30% of your daily calorie burn. In some cases, even more. So think of it like this. Your workout is like making one big deposit at the gym, but NEAT, it's like setting up automatic daily transfers. Small, consistent movements that add up way more over time. Now, don't get me wrong. I prioritize 3 to 4 strength workouts per week because building muscle and getting stronger matters. But when I can't get to it, I don't stress as much because I know movement still counts. And even in addition to those workouts that I'm doing, I'm making sure that I'm moving all day long. When I realized this, I stopped stressing about getting in another workout and started looking for ways just to move more on purpose throughout the day. I'd literally walk laps around my backyard while my kids were playing. I'd park further away at the store. I'd pace during phone calls. I'd stand to fold laundry. Nothing intense, just movement. And it made a real difference. Now, I know some moms say, but I'm chasing kids around all day. I never sit down. Why am I not losing weight? And I hear you. That kind of movement is exhausting. But here's the thing. Just because you're tired doesn't mean you're getting the right kind of activity to support fat loss. If your nutrition is off, maybe you're skipping meals, grazing all day, under-eating, and surviving on caffeine, and you're stressed and not sleeping, no amount of chasing toddlers can undo all of that. One of my clients, Sarah, said it best. This has been the most consistent I've ever been, and I actually feel good. I'm not trying to do it all perfectly, just doing what I can each day. I can feel my body changing, and I'm so much less stressed about it. That's what happens when you zoom out and focus on what actually moves the needle. You don't need more workouts, you just need more movement that fits into your day. NEAT is one of the most overlooked fat loss tools out there. And it doesn't require more time, just more intention. So let's talk about weight loss for a second, because yes, that's what you came here for, right? You want to lose weight. You want to see your body change. You want the scale to move, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you've been stuck in the cycle of start strong, fall off, start again, the solution isn't more willpower. It's not about eating less and working out more. And it's definitely not about finding the next quick fix. It's about building the kind of habits that actually work, especially on the days when motivation is gone. That is how fat loss becomes sustainable, not just something you chase, but something you maintain. And when you combine that kind of habit-based consistency with a better understanding of how your metabolism works, that's when you finally start to see progress that sticks. But let's pause for a second, because this goes deeper than water, protein, or steps. What you really want probably isn't just a number on the scale. So let's zoom out again for a second. Sure, you want to lose weight, but what do you really want? You want to look in the mirror and recognize yourself again. You want to put on clothes and feel confident instead of frustrated. You want energy to play with your kids, not just survive the day. You want to feel like you're in control again, not constantly starting over. That moment when you realize, I'm doing it, I'm finally showing up for myself, that's what you're after. And the way to get there isn't through extremes. It's through habits that fit your life and actually work. These lazy habits might feel too simple, but they're what actually move the needle. So if you're ready to feel that shift, to actually enjoy the process, here's exactly where I'd start. Number 1, drink water before you eat. Number 2, eat protein first. Number 3, move more throughout the day. Start small. Doable is better than perfect. You don't need a 12-step morning routine. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need a few key habits that actually move the needle. So these 3 lazy habits helped me lose 35 pounds without the burnout, without the restriction, and without needing more time than I had. Start with just 1. Make it your default, then add the next. These work because they're simple, because they're doable, and because they actually fit into your life as a busy mom. I've linked some free resources in the description, including my free body type quiz, to help you figure out the best approach for your specific metabolism. You'll also find recipes, simple meal ideas, and a lot more. Comment below and let me know which one of these you're going to start with. And if you want more real talk, mom-to-mom strategies, and zero fluff, make sure to hit subscribe. I've got more coming your way every week. And if you're watching this and thinking, I need help actually sticking to this, that's exactly why I created my 6-week Jumpstart. It's built for busy moms who are tired of starting over, who want real results, but also need it to be realistic. Something that fits into the chaos of everyday life. Inside, I'll coach you through how to fuel your metabolism, build strength, and finally stop relying on willpower alone. The women who go through this program tell me they don't just lose weight, they feel in control again. They enjoy food, they stop second guessing everything, and most importantly, they don't feel like they're doing it alone. You'll find all the details in the description, and if it's a fit, I'd love to see you inside. I'll see you in my next video.